I'm Robert Frank. I've been a professor at Cornell since 1972. I've been giving a writing assignment in my economics courses to pose an interesting question based on something you've seen in the world and then try to use basic economic reasoning to answer it. And I've been thinking for years to compile the best ones, plus a lot of the examples I show them. An interesting question oftentimes has some element of paradox or twist to it. It's a question that makes the listener respond, yeah, why is that? One of my favorite student questions was, why is it that the drive-up cash machines have braille dots on the keypad buttons? Obviously none of the drivers who drive up to those machines is blind, so why they need braille dots? The dots don't cause any trouble for you and me when we use the drive-up machine, so it's just cheaper. We could have made two different kinds of machines. It would have been costly. There would be no benefit to speak of to doing that, so it just didn't pay to do it. So from that example emerges what we call the cost-benefit principle. The cost-benefit principle says, do something if the benefits are greater than the costs. My all-time favorite question was submitted by Jennifer Dulski in 1997. She asked, why is it that brides spend thousands of dollars on a wedding dress they'll never ever wear again, whereas grooms will have lots of occasions to wear a tuxedo in the future, they go out and rent a cheap suit? What's going on here? She said, well, women are trying to make a fashion statement on big social occasions, much more so than men. And most people seem to find that a reasonable assumption about human nature. And if you take that as your starting point, then, well, for a woman to make a fashion statement in a rental gown, she would have to have a large number of gowns to choose from. Let's just say 50, 100 gowns in each size the rental company would have to carry in its inventory. And then the gowns would rent out only very infrequently, maybe every 5 or 6 years. And so they'd have to charge so much just to cover their costs of keeping that big inventory that the rental price of the gown would be a little bit higher than the purchase price, in which case nobody would actually find it worthwhile to rent it. They just go and buy it. Whereas for men, they're willing to show up in a standard style suit, and so the rental company can keep an inventory of 2 or 3 suits in each size, and the suits turn over 6, 7 times a year. That means they can rent them out for about a quarter of the purchase price. And if you're on a budget, which most couples are when they're getting married, that's a place where you can save a few bucks.